I'm Taylor from PrepScholar. This video will give you some tips on a TOEFL question that many students have trouble with, the fifth question on the speaking section. As you know, there are 6 questions on the speaking section. The last 4 questions are what ETS calls integrated questions, where we need to read or listen to some information before giving our answer. On the 5th question, we are asked to listen to a recording of a conversation. In the conversation, 2 solutions to a problem are described. In our answer, we are asked to defend one of these 2 solutions. As we said, a lot of students worry about this question. Why? Well, one reason is that this question asks us our opinion. We can't just summarize what is said. We have to choose a side. And many students worry about how to do that. But don't worry. This is actually one of the easiest questions to answer, as long as we plan ahead and pay attention. Let's talk about question 5 in a little more detail. As we said, you will begin by listening to a recording of 2 people talking. This will normally be a man and a woman in a university setting, 2 students or 2 instructors, or a professor and a student. The 2 people will be discussing a problem. For example, a male student might have lost his textbook, and he might be considering between 2 options, buying a new textbook or borrowing his roommate's textbook. The 2 speakers will then discuss these 2 options. You will then be given a question about the conversation, like this. Briefly summarize the problem the speakers are discussing. Then state which the 2 solutions from the conversation you would recommend. Explain the reasons for your recommendation. You will then have 20 seconds to prepare your answer and 60 seconds to give your answer. Now, here's how a lot of students approach this question. They listen carefully to the conversation and think hard about what the right solution is. They often spend so much time doing this that they don't have enough time to plan their response. So, what should you do instead? As soon as you identify the 2 solutions, choose one. Remember, there's no right or wrong answer on this section. Both solutions are equally valid. So, just choose one of them. It doesn't matter which. Once you've chosen a solution, you can listen to the rest of the conversation with that solution in mind. When you're listening to the conversation, think to yourself, how will I use that information to defend my solution? If you do that and take notes while you're listening, you'll have prepared your response by the time you finish listening to the question. You won't need to worry about what to say. You'll have already figured out what to say. That way, you'll be prepared to do what's most important on this question, speaking clearly and confidently. It is good to have a clear and well-constructed answer to this question, but it's even more important to speak clearly and confidently. Remember, this is a speaking question. If you make a mistake or forget to mention a detail, just move on. The most important thing for you to do in your answer is to speak as well as you can. If you follow the advice we've given you here, you'll be prepared to do just that. Let's review. A lot of students worry about speaking question 5, but you don't have to worry. Just choose a solution as soon as you can, and spend the rest of your time thinking about how to defend that solution. That way, you'll be relaxed and prepared when it's time to give your answer. We have much more information on how to do well on the TOEFL in our full course, which you can try at TOEFL.PrepScholar.com. Thanks for listening. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the PrepScholar channel for a lot more tips about the TOEFL.